Hi, my name is Patricia Saunders, and I want to thank you for joining me for the first installment of Writetimes News. First thing I want to say is thank you to all the folks on Twitter who have followed me since January 1st. I really appreciate it, and I've tried to follow most of you back and looked at some of your book information, and some of you I've retweeted, but that's really interesting stuff on there. Now, I'm a reader, so I don't just look at headlines. I tend to go in and actually look at if you've got a website, I look at your Facebook page. Yeah, I like to investigate. The more I find out about you as an author, the better I can review your books, if you will send me a synopsis. Yes. First thing I'd like to do, well, actually, the second thing I'd like to do is say hello to all the graduating students at Lewis and Clark Law School from May 2017. These kids have worked hard the last 3 years to get their JD, and I congratulate you. Hope you all pass the bar. So there's our second bit of news. Third thing on the agenda is the latest review, the first review, the only review I have up at this point. It's a book called Forbidden Love in Timbuktu. And I was openly critical about the book, and I spoke to the author about my comments prior to publishing them. I didn't want to really piss her off. So, but I liked the book. The only issues I had with the book is it just wasn't deep enough. And I felt like I really wanted more background. I wanted the characters to have more depth. I wanted to know more about Timbuktu and Mali and in the historical concepts. I wanted historical fiction. But according, if you can go read the review and you can see what the author said, I have a notation in there, a quote from her. And it's actually a good read. I mean, it's not Stephen King, okay? It's not Patterson, but it's a good self-published book. There were no errors. I couldn't find any grammar errors. I didn't find any spelling errors. And for me, I really give her kudos for the fact that she really took the time and made sure that it was grammatically correct. And I that's one of the things that I can't stand in some books, is to find really major grammar and other editorial errors. I didn't even speak. So that's the third thing on our agenda. And the next thing I'd like to talk to you about is the Writetimes website itself. I got a lot of things kind of going on there. I really would like to write more editorials. I've written one about reviews, which you can go and read. And I've also put up the review for Timbuktu, the book by Brenda Smith. And it's a work in progress, and it has a twofold purpose. First of all, to put out there the book reviews, to talk about the books, read the books, have an opportunity to get to know the authors, hopefully help do some promotion. Eventually. Right now, I just want to put stuff up there for people to be able to read and to know more about your books. And it has, the other side of it is a project that I've been working on for the last 4 years. And most of it in writing and talking to people. And my purpose is to promote literacy. And just so you know, 32 million people in the United States cannot read. And that represents 32 million people who will never open your book. And so one of our goals is to teach people how to read. And we want to use books, audiobooks, print books, as a means to an end to bring people into the reading world. And the project is a technology project, so it relies heavily on cell phone use. And one of the things we want to do is help people get data plans specifically to be used for this purpose, and also to provide ways and tutoring for people to be able to do specific projects. We've already developed a couple of projects that are I think are really great. The first one is learners take their camera, their video cell phone camera, and they make a video. It can be of their family, something in the community, whatever they want to videotape. And then they are to narrate that video and talk about it. And we take vocabulary from that, and we have them start writing short sentences from that. And then we move on from that project over to an audiobook project, where they listen to an audiobook, get to know it, and then they present that verbally to their mentors, teachers, and others. And then we give them the print copy of that same audiobook. And then they take that and they begin to be able to read along with it and begin to write sentences describing what they've read. And here comes Iggy. And, so it's a way they can communicate with their mentors and their teachers and others using video interfaces. And so they can talk to their mentors, talk to their teachers, talk to others about their project if they need to, when they're in the field, when they're at home, when they're at work, when they're doing their projects outside of our learning facility, which won't be ready till the end of next year. I'll tell you more about that later. But the premise is to gradually introduce them to reading through books and through audiobooks. And then we go further, and we want to develop applications that can be used along with their cell phones, where they can do little games, word games, just all kinds of applications. We want to develop some custom applications. So part of the reason for this website too is to sort of hope we might be able to get a little funding. We hope that some writers would like to get involved in this with their audiobooks. We hope that some readers might be interested in doing online tutoring at some point. There's just so many facets to this and so many ways it can be done that ideas are always welcome. But you can read more about it's called the Applied Learning and Literacy Program. That's a working title because I haven't really figured out what to call it. The site is literacy.technology. No .com, no .org, literacy.technology. The site is down now. We discovered that we did not have enough server space to host all the sites we have up, so we had to take some down. I took that one down, I put this one up, but I'm going to bring that one back sometime near the end of this month. But in the meantime, you can read a synopsis of the project overview at writetimes.org. And if you want to email me, I can send you a lot more information. I have tons of it because I've been working on it for 4 years. We are working in partnership with Snake Nation Press. They are a 501(c) nonprofit literary publishing agency organization that has been in business since 1990. They're well known internationally. They published a whole lot of books. They publish a quarterly called the Snake Nation Review. And they also publish short fiction and literary and books. They publish people's books. And they also give out awards each year, the Violet Reed's Hot Read Haas, and a couple of other awards. But they're a great organization, and I've known the editor there for probably 30 years. I'll give away my old age here. But they're a great group of people. And they're actually fixing a house up with a radio station, public radio, and all kinds of projects that are going on. And they're just sort of moving along slowly but surely. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Idgie's over here, come to visit, and I put up a video that I made earlier when she was laying right on my computer here. She's a pretty cool cat. She bites. She's always been a biter. She just bites. That's what she does, and you have to always be careful. No children, no dogs. She's a great cat, though. I love her. And so that's pretty much it, and I appreciate you taking the actual time to listen to this 8.5-minute video. And I hope you have a great 2017, and happy birthday to everybody who has a birthday in January, including me, Maggie, and Gary. And y'all have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.